I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you want.
Friends, good evening. Welcome back to our late night show here on SamboTimes.com, and we are glad to have with us tonight the son of Mindanao. I call him the pride of Bukidnon, the spice boy of Congress, and consequently, he showed to the whole world how it is to be a true statesman and a gentleman. The guy who manifested truly an honorable and unquestionable principle of dignity as a politician, and how a politician should be. To decide his own fate of his people, and the fate of the country. Let's welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Senator Migs Zubiri.
Thank you, Bernie. Maraming salamat po. Daghang salamat sa ato mga bisdak na taga Region 9, and of course, buenas noches to our Zamboanga City residents. Buenas noches.
So, it's been a long time, and really, we missed you.
Oo nga.
Mindanao, particularly Zamboanga, what's keeping you busy this time?
Well, after that fateful day in August 3 where I resigned, alam mo, if I can be given a few minutes to explain, tama sinabi mo, when the two key personalities of the Maguindanao election cheating had come up, the Governor Maguindanao and the Election Officer Maguindanao, kagad-agad tayo ay nagdesisyon, magbumitiw sa pwesto because unang-una, out of delicadeza, pangalawa, for the dignity and integrity of my family and my family name. Kasi yun lang naman talaga, Bernie, maiwan natin sa ating mga anak, a good, clean name. And to show to the people na tayong mga taga Mindanao, may delicadeza sa public service. And after that, unang-unang ginawa ko po, nagbakasyon. Nagbakasyon si Migs Zubiri kasama ng pamilya niya because after 13 years of public service since 1998, na yun lang po ako nagkabakasyon na matagal. Usually, ang vacation ko, 1 week, pinakamatagal na yung 1 week. Kasi syempre, maraming issues, kailangan palagi nasa bansa. So, nagdesisyon po kami na magbakasyon ni Mrs. And we were out for almost a month. So, kababalik lang po namin, and yan, nag-organize po ako ng isang volunteer organization, Bernie. This volunteer organization is called Pilipinas Eco Warriors. It is a volunteer organization of eco warriors, o ang mga hindi lang puro salita, pero gawa, eco warrior. It is to fight for ecology, for the economy. Ayan. Kasi ang pinapakita natin at ang nakakalungkot ay ating mga kababayan sa kanilang pananaw, ang environmental protection ay napakababa sa kanilang priority. Yung Pulse Asia nagsagawa ng survey. Sa survey po, nakalagay doon, number 1 concerns ng ating mga kababayan, trabaho. Pangalawa, livelihood, lalo na sa mga farmers at fisher folk. Yung pangatlo, yung education. Pang-apat, health. At marami pa pong iba. Out of 10 priorities, number 9 ang environmental protection. Pero hindi po nila naintindihan na ang pagproteksyon ng ating kalikasan, ayan po ay kasama sa pangkabuhayan.
It should have been...
It's part and parcel. All priority, because I'll give you an example. Galing po ako 4 months ago, dun sa baha ng Cotabato City. Yung mga bundok sa Cotabato City, bundok ng Sultan Kudarat, bundok ng Maguindanao, all the way up to the boundaries of Bukidnon, North Cotabato, wala nang kahoy. Ubus na. So talagang pag magkaroon ng malakas na ulan, may runoff. Talagang babagsak, bubuhos talaga yung tubig sa lower level, which is the Cotabato City area. And nakita ko parang swamp, parang Lake Cotabato na, hindi na Cotabato City, Lake Cotabato City. So, bumabalik muli sa environmental protection. Because what happened, ang pangkabuhayan ng ating mga kababayan wasak. Yung rice fields nila wasak. Yung kanilang cornfields, ano din, ay water lang. At namamatay yung mga ani nila, nawawalan po yung ani nila. And so on and so forth. And even in my investigations against the black coral scam, diba? Yung mga corals na pinopoach at hina-harvest at tinatanggal sa ilalim ng tubig at binibenta sa mga Chinese traders, ang nangyayari po dyan ay nawawalan po tayo ng pang-itlugan. We are losing spawning ground in these particular areas.
Bahay ng isda.
Bahay ng isda, doon sila mangingitlog. No, pag wala na yung coral reef, wala natin tayong isda, maghahanap po ng mas malayo. That is why if you notice, yung coastal fishermen of the Moro Gulf and the ARMM ay hirap na sa paghanap ng isda. They have to go all the way down to Malaysia at nahuli sila ng Malaysian
for illegal poaching.
For illegal poaching doon, lumalampas sa boundary ng ating Philippine waters. So, babalik muli tayo sa environmental protection. Alagaan natin ang ating coral resources para meron po tayong pampakain sa ating mga kababayan, food security. So, ang ginawa po namin, nagkaroon po kami ng one organization called Pilipinas Eco Warrior at ilo-launch po namin by January of 2012. Ang hinahabol po namin ay 1 million volunteers, 1 million volunteers. And this will be done through social media networks, Twitter, Facebook, kasi alam mo yung mga volunteers na yun, hirap na hirap sila pumunta sa isang lugar para mag-sign up. Pero computer, katulad mo, Bers, gabi-gabi nasa computer kasi. Kaya madali lang mag-add ng Facebook page.
Gusto natin, dapat hindi yung, dapat sabay-sabay yung as a priority.
Yes.
Environmental protection.
Correct.
Hindi lang pangalawa, pangatlo, dapat sabay-sabay.
That's correct.
Simultaneous approach. And that's how you want government and the public should.
Yes. Dapat maintindihan po ng ating mga kababayan na environmental protection is the source of our livelihood, is the source of protection, food security. So, ano yan? Magkasama yan. So, dapat pareho ang priority sa ating mga kababayan. And we'd like to let them know that.
You know, when Senator Mig Subiri is in one place, something great gonna happen. Have you somehow solicited the support of some Morenos on this deliverance?
Yes. Actually, kanina ako po ang tagapagsalita sa Cooperative Summit ng Western Mindanao Federation of Cooperatives. At bilang author ng Cooperative Code, I'm also the author of the Cooperative Code and former chairman of the Cooperative Committee in the Senate. Tuwan-tuwa po sila na dumating ako. Galing pa po akong Cagayan de Oro. From Cagayan de Oro, I flew to Davao. From Davao, I took a plane to Zamboanga. And so, ginawa ko po yan lahat para at least makasama ko ang mga kababayan natin dito sa Zamboanga. But, ang importante dito na mensahe siguro, kanina sa Cooperative Committee, ang sinabi ko, uhaw pa rin ako sa pagsiservisyo sa inyo. In other words, gusto ko pa rin po na makaservisyo sa ating mga kababayan. Whether in a private capacity or in any other capacity. At sabi ko nga, ito'y hindi gimmick lamang. Kasi kung gimmick lang ito, ngayon dapat nagbabakasyon na ako. But I am working hard still with the cooperative sector, with the environment sector, para ituloy po ang ating mga adhikain, our advocacies for the country. And so, well, that was my message earlier to our brothers Samboguenos that we will want to try again. That's why my theme song is Let Me Try Again.
So, Senator, nasa sideline mo na yung medyo set aside mo ng politics. While you are still out of politics.
Yes.
But you are reserving the future.
Yes.
Medyo, nandun pa rin.
Nandun pa rin.
Firm.
Yes.
Sa pag-servisyo. So, tatakbo pa rin po.
Yan po ang plano. I have to seek redemption, and the only way to seek redemption sa pagre-resign ko ay ibalik muli sa taong bayan. And show to them the 4 years of my track record sa Senado. At hindi naman sa pagyayabang, out of that 4 years, mga kapatid, si Mig Subiri had a perfect attendance Since 1998, perfect attendance ako, Burns. I've never been absent in any legislative session.
It's on the record.
On the record, perfect
They cannot
attendance.
deny that.
Ako lang yata since 1998 na naka-perfect attendance sa buong Kongreso at Senado. I had sponsored as majority leader, being the youngest majority leader in the history of Congress, I had sponsored 650 Republic Acts. Yung 14th Congress has the distinction of the most number of Republic Acts approved by any Congress. Isama mo na yung 11, 12, at 13, isama mo lahat. Mas marami pa rin yung 14th Congress. Na kung saan si Senate President Enrile ang Presidente, Senate President, and ako po yung majority leader. Also, out of that 650 national and local bills, I had sponsored 40 major laws. Yan yung Renewable Energy Act, the Biofuels Law, the Rent Control Law, the Cooperative Code, the AFP Rate-Based Pay Increase Program, the New Pag-ibig Charter, the Wildlife Conservation Act, yung Disaster Management Act, ano pa, yung Low-Cost Loan Condonation Program for low-cost housing projects, yung SSS Condonation Program, yung Delinquent SSS Condonation Program, Dangerous Drugs Law, yan po yung talagang...
Energy.
Yes, because renewable energy also, kasama natin yan, biofuels, yung promotion ng solar, wind, geothermal, biomass. Marami po tayong na isulat at in-sponsor sa Senado. At ito ay hindi lamang dahil nakapirma tayo sa papel na tayo co-author. Marami ganun mga senador at congressman, pipirma lang as co-author. Ako po ay tumayo. I really sponsored it on the floor with the likes of Senator Enrile, interpolating me with the likes of Senator Joe Arroyo, Senator Miriam, in-interpolate nila po ako of this almost 40 bills. And for Mindanao, I'm proud to say, I passed 3 legislative measures, national importance for Mindanao. Number 1, it is the creation of the MINDA, Mindanao Development Authority Act.
From Medco to Mindanao.
From Medco to MINDA. That is the NEDA of Mindanao. Walang ganyan sa Luzon. Walang ganyan sa Visayas. Mindanao lang. That has MINDA. And it is headed by a secretary who decides on how to equitably allocate the funding for national projects.
That's how you show your love Mindanao.
That's how I show my love. Pangalawa, nag-set up din po ako ng National Commission for Muslim Filipinos.
Okay.
Dati ay OMA lang yun Office of Muslim Affairs, na created by a executive order. Ganun kaliit ang pananaw, ang pagtingin ng ating kababayan, ng ating gobyerno noon sa ating mga Muslim brothers. But what I did was, through legislation, ay pinasa po natin ang isang commission where the head of the commission is a secretary that must be present in all government cabinet meetings. Para kung i-discuss po natin budget, dapat may budget ang mga Muslim brothers. Pag development, kasama din dapat sila doon. Sa peace and order, kasama din dapat sila doon. So, yun po yung ipinasa natin National Commission for Muslim Filipinos. And finally, also the Eid al-Adha law.
Yes.
I was the author and sponsor of the Eid al-Adha, which gives it a national non-working, recognition as a national non-working holiday.
And they observe
By the whole country.
no matter their Christian.
No matter. Kasi, ang ano mo, Bernie, dito sa ating bansa, tingnan mo naman yung Christian, ako ay isang Katoliko, isang Christian. Tingnan mo naman yung gaano kadaming holiday yung Christian. May Christmas, may Good Friday, may All Souls Day, Undas na naman. So marami talaga. May mga sasanto-santo pa sa kanya-kanyang bayan at barangay. Walang pasok pag may Feast of the Saints. So, ang amin talaga is, bigyan din po natin ang ating mga kapatid. Right now, we only have the start of Ramadan as our, before, we only had the start of Ramadan as a Muslim holiday, the Eid al-Fitr. Now, we also celebrate the end of Ramadan, which is Eid al-Adha. So, ako po ay isang nag-akta.
Well, Senator, yung ano natin, no? Anyway, we'll pause for a break.
Sige.
We'll be right back with our very own, the son of Mindanao, Senator Nick Soler.